Hi, and welcome back to my series, Mornings by Mallory, where once a month I transform my home into Columbus's hottest cafe inspired by seasonal produce. I look forward to my home cafe all month, and it's basically my entire personality at this point. This month I went all out. I typically have one once a month, but due to the holiday season, I had to combine November and December. So that just means your girl had to go all out for Christmas, and it was a holiday extravaganza. It typically takes me a full week to prep, so here's exactly how I did it. 4 days out, I made my signature homemade coffee syrups. It is always better from scratch and always worth the extra step. 3 days out, I entered my crafty girl era. Let me just say, I was so happy I decided to buy one of those cutters because I cannot cut a single thing in a straight line, and it made my homemade garland so much easier. Then I gave it my best attempt to make snowflakes. Obviously, they're not perfect, but no snowflake is perfect, so just remember that. Next up, I made a gingerbread village and all of those extra Amazon packages that I had. Last but not least, I made some dried orange garland, and this is what my dining room and kitchen looked like after all of my crafts went down. Then I just set up my cute little weenie dog merch. Now we are officially 1 day out, and that is where I bake majority of my stuff. So I started off by making hot cocoa cinnamon rolls. I always start with cinnamon rolls because that's what takes the longest. And I am obsessed with Christmas cracks, so I was so excited to try it 4 different ways. And I would have to say the saltine cracker is still my favorite. I love the sweet and salty mix. Speaking of sweet and salty, I made my oatmeal cream pie stuffed with homemade salted caramel. This was a fan favorite, and the fan favorite, I mean, it was my favorite. I could simply just drink my homemade salted caramel straight. It's that good. Then I made homemade sugar cookies that were so good that I already know Crumble is shaking in their boots if they see this, even though they won't see this. I quickly whipped up a gingerbread coffee cake. I originally was going to top this with a brown butter maple glaze, but honestly got lazy and I just used the same salted caramel as before because I just could not make another thing at this point. I made my brown butter sugar cookie banana bread. It is viral for good reason. It is fantastic. The last thing on my baking docket was making my orange cranberry muffins. They were so good in bakery style with that crumble. The morning of is when I prep all of my savory items. I made my copycat Starbucks bacon egg bites. These are so good and incredibly easy to make. I threw those in the oven and I started working on my candy cane bacon, egg, and cheese. I soft scrambled some eggs, added crescent rolls, white cheddar cheese, a lot of scrambled eggs, even more bacon, put it on top, and that is it, guys. It was so cute and incredibly easy to make. Last but certainly not least, I always whip up a pesto ham and cheese croissant. Everyone loves this. I don't really understand why because it's so simple, but I'm not complaining, and I already am planning my New Year's cafe.